Attention, aspiring environmental managers. Are you looking for ways to find out if your sustainability plans are working and information that will convince others that resilience theory works? Then stay tuned. This presentation is for you. Hi, my name is Kylie Smith and I am one of your discussion board facilitators for week 9. This week, we will build on the CAS theory we have learned by looking at the role of sustainability indicators in cultivating ecosystem health and resilience. In this presentation, we will define just what an indicator is, discover 3 sustainability indicators that we can use to assess our environmental management plans and gain people's support for them, and identify how to use these indicators to achieve our resilience goals. An indicator is a snapshot of the health of a system. It is a small piece of information that gives you an overall picture of what the whole is like. Measures like your heart rate or the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere are indicators you are probably familiar with. So why are sustainability indicators important to us as environmental managers? There are 4 main reasons. I call them the 4 A's. Assess the situation, analyse the data, advocate our cause so we can aggregate participants. Paris and Cates have identified over 500 sets of sustainability indicators. The Wellbeing Index, the Environmental Sustainability Index, the Dashboard of Sustainability, the Boston Indicators Project. Why are there so many indicator sets? Paris and Cates tell us that indicators rely on the definition of sustainability that is used. Different definitions lead to different indicator sets. As CAS environmental managers, we need to be aware of our approach to sustainability in order to choose and use indicators wisely. As CAS environmental managers, resilience is our sustainability focus. Last week, we discovered the 7 secrets to resilience: diversity, connectivity, slow variables and feedbacks, CAS thinking, learning, participation, and governance. Today we will look at 3 indicator sets: pressure state response or PSR, genuine progress indicator or GPI, and ecological footprint analysis or EFA. We will analyse these, keeping in mind the 7 principles of resilience. Pressure state response or PSR was developed by the OECD and has been adopted as a measure in Australian environmental legislation. PSR measures the effect of pressures like growth and trade on the natural environment. It then considers social responses to these. PSR can help us to monitor the extent to which diversity in linked SESs is affected by the pressures of new developments. From this, we can infer the level of connectivity in the system. The empirical data can be useful in legal settings. However, PSR only allows us to monitor, not predict, effects of pressures on other systems. The linear assumptions of PSR may underestimate the complex interdependencies of CASs. And remember to account for slow variables that can cause threshold shifts. Indicators like the Genuine Progress Indicator, or GPI, have developed from a more holistic view of sustainability. The GPI is a monetary figure that is calculated by accounting for social and ecological changes as well as economics. The main purpose of the GPI is to provide an alternative to GDP, or Gross Domestic Product. While the GDP's value was 3 times greater in 2013 than in 1950, the global GPI has decreased since 1978. While it's not ideal, the GPI's inclusion of social and ecological systems in its calculations does reflect CAS thinking. Also, diversity and redundancy are promoted by this indicator because it looks at more than just short-term economic goals. In opposition to economic views that assume the infinite carrying capacity of the Earth stands the ecological footprint analysis, or EFA. The EFA allows us to assess the amount of ecological resources that a project will use. The EFA can provide information on a range of scales, from individual to national, allowing us to examine a range of possible alternatives. It provides an awareness of basins of attraction and the climate system, critical slow variables in maintaining ecosystem health. By using the EFA, we can emphasize the benefits of long-term sustainability over short-term gain. However, we need to use the EFA within a broader plan for resilience that will allow our system to adapt to perturbations. The information from sustainability indicators can not only be used to test if our sustainability plans are successful. When we have this data, we can advocate our sustainability plans and aggregate people's participation by sharing resilience theory with them. Used within the framework of resilience theory, indicators like the PSR, GPI and EFA can be used effectively to assess and advocate for our environmental management plans. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Let's chat more in discussion board.